All right, guys. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing good. Today is Friday. I'm John. This is my channel. We are going to play. We're going to play a little. What are we going to play? Should we play? Yeah. No. Let's play Baldur's Gate. Let's do a Baldur's Gate episode, guys. Let me make my guy smaller. How's that? I'm not like bam right in the middle of a fucking screen. All right, that's nice. So I just did a touching on topics type video. I didn't really talk about anything in particular because sometimes you don't have anything to talk about. Although I always have shit to talk about. So I just started talking about something before I was going to be recording Diablo or Baldur's Gate 3, and I just never ever did it. I just started babbling on about whatever. So go watch that. It's fun. Kinda. Fun for me. It's fun for me. So we're gonna be doing things like that. We're gonna be talking about things that are happening in the area, things that are happening in the world, a little bit. No politics, no religion. Everything pretty much neutral. But like life, like what you're doing, like the things that are going on. I mean, we need to have a way of feeling good about our day, of feeling good about ourselves. You know. I did a ride this morning. Oh shit, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Is this even going to turn into Baldur's Gate 3? I don't even think it will. So, I wake up a little early with my wife. She's like, I want to get to the office because I want to help one of our customers. I want to, sort of watch their Zoom meeting they're having with some third-party vendor or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm up. She moves around, gets up. I gotta get up, right? Because she's making the coffee. Because she's making the coffee. The espresso machine is starting. I can hear it. I know what that means. So I get up. Not that big of a deal. No big deal. And it tastes fucking awesome. So we got this little, we got an espresso machine. It's actually kind of big. About like that. You know, it grinds the shit up. You put the beans in the top thing, it grinds it up. You have this little thing you put into this other part, and then you hit some buttons and the espresso comes out. Come out in two different containers, and then you pour them into your mug, and then you dump some, you put milk into a little frother thing. It's got a little wand, and you froth the milk a little bit, dump it in there, done. So we got this, we're in this like little, I don't know, club or whatever for, I don't know what it is. But every 2 weeks or so, or we get a new bag of coffee beans from a different, what's a coffee maker called? Whoever makes the beans for coffees. One of those people. So every week or two, we get a new one, which is really kind of fun. So we get some that, taste pretty outlandish and some that don't. But for the most part, espresso beans taste like the other ones. It's not a very, like, significant difference between the two. One, though, you may like and one you may not like. It's enough in that respect. So I get up, I hear that, go downstairs. She's got the coffee right there. Thank you, honey. Thanks for making the coffee. Right? I mean, shit. Make coffee in the morning, come downstairs, cappuccino sitting there. Not coffee, cappuccino. Man. Nice steaming in the mug, And they're these little there's these little mugs that heat themselves. They're called ember mugs. So it's a mug, a handle, and it has a coil on the bottom and it heats it up. And it fucking has an app for your phone, and you can say what temperature you want the fucking shit to be. Too much info. It keeps whatever you have in there warm. That's the good part. So it's sitting there, ready to go. So we're up, and I'm feeling pretty good. You know, looking through the email and answering some stuff and browsing the web a little bit, doing the morning ritual. You know, drinking the coffee. And so she leaves. She goes and does her thing at the office, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do a ride. I'm gonna ride the bike today, stationary bike. So I get on the Peloton, and I mean, you can have any stationary bike, but the workout that you're going to be getting from your stationary bike, oh man, you're gonna sweat your ass off every time. You're gonna burn 500 calories, 1,000 calories, 1,500 calories, depending on how long the ride is, every time. Every time. You don't have to go balls to the wall. You don't. Get your cardio up, get your heart rate up, maintain. Yeah. So anyway, did the ride. There's a particular instructor that I like. You know, I did one of her rides. Nothing was live at the time. I needed to wait a little bit, and I didn't want to wait because you got the day. The day is happening. You know, we have a going away party for one of our employees. We had my wife's parents were here. And then we have the wine and chocolate thing tonight. So there's stuff going on. So I had to pick something that was already done. So I go through the ride. This instructor, man, and pretty much all the instructors I really like doing the rides. She likes to harp on feeling good about what you're doing and yourself, and not discounting the things that you're doing. So, meaning, if you can get on the bike and you are doing a ride, that is a blessing. That is something that some people can't do, and you are able to do it. You can do the ride when you don't think you can do some of the things in the ride. You'll find that really you probably can do those things. So here's an example. Let me look at this text, because you know this house thing and everything that's going on. Oh, she's going to see townhouses. Woo, okay, bye then. All right, so I'm doing the ride. And this is what I really like. No, this is what I really love about general fitness. Okay, it's the progress that you can make that's measurable. All right. So maybe this is going to be, this is a touch on topics, but maybe when I put this in there, this is going to be my description. Here's what happened to me. So I have a Peloton bike, and my wife has one. And then we have other stuff, but besides the point. I didn't get the Peloton bike at first. I didn't get any bike at first. I used to run like outside, right? Like normal people. Not saying you're abnormal if you're not running outside, but yeah, you gotta run outside. It's outside, man. Anyway. So, my wife had the bike for maybe a year. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try the bike. So I try the bike. And it's like a shiny new toy, right? It's like oh, this is really cool. They have live instructors. I can do live rides where they do shout outs and they shout out your name. Really cool. So I'm thinking to myself how cool it is, and when will that wear off? When am I gonna be over that part? When am I gonna be like, shit, why don't I just make my guy bigger? When am I gonna be like, I'm over it? When am I gonna be like, this is fine, but you know, I'm done, right? Well, that didn't happen. What ended up happening was, I'm like, this is cool. This is actually cool. So 3-4 months after that day, you know, I've been riding 2-3 times a week, generally on the weekends, you know, going along, finding my favorite instructors, finding the type of rides that I like, finding metrics and things with numbers and what have you. Buy my own bike. Buy my own Peloton bike. I mean, so now we have bikes side by side. We can do rides together. We do some rides together, but that wasn't the point. The point was, so on a bike, you know, you have how fast you're going, you have the resistance that is being applied to the wheel to make your pedaling harder, and then you have the time. So not a lot of things, and you know, if there's not a lot of ingredients in something, I'm all for it. 3 things, right? We have 3 things. I can do that. So I did a ride. So what happens is when you do these rides, you get more numbers out of it. So at the bottom of the screen, it tells you your output in watts. It tells you an output. Some fictional number, who gives a shit what it means? It's a number, right? So I have the resistance number, I have how fast I'm going, and I have the time, and it produces this number after a certain amount of time. So I do a 30-minute ride, and I get this output number, 200, let's just say. Then I start doing more and more and more, and I'm like, wait a minute. If the resistance is higher, my output is higher, the final number, for the same duration. But it's fucking harder, right? Okay. That's cool. All right. How cool is it? Well, I started doing 45-minute rides at a particular resistance, maybe within 2 or 3 of that particular number every time I did the ride. 45 minutes, 55 resistance, let's just say, got an output of 400. So I'm doing these rides. The instructor that I like comes out 45-minute ride, do the ride, turn the numbers like that, make sure I'm doing the speed approximately the same, produces my output, 400. Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. Now my output's 450. What? How? Because I am getting better. Because my heart is getting better. Because my muscles are getting stronger. That's why. I'm like, this is the coolest fucking thing ever. I can do this and I can see the results right there in a number. Not lying. I'm not jumping from bike to bike. I got the bike calibrated. It's been what the bike was in the beginning. So if the numbers go up, it's because I'm doing something different. So I really, really, really like that. I was able to see a profound difference from when I started 2 weeks later, a month later, 2 months later, a year later. Yeah. Unbelievable. This was a find that I didn't expect when I bought the bike. I did not think that that was going to happen. I had no idea that was going to happen. So, in essence, I'm doing all endurance rides, pretty much. Okay, I do some fun rides now and then. They have some fun live DJ rides and this and that. Whatever. Do the endurance rides. So today, I hop on. I go to my one of the instructors I like. I only have a half an hour. Cue it up. Pick one that she's got there. Boom, do it. So when she's talking to me and she's telling me the cadence and all these different things, I'm not following that. I'm doing my own thing. I know that if I have that resistance on 55 and I have my speed on whatever my speed is and I have this much time, I want to get to an output of blah. That's what I want to do. So after you do this stuff for a while, you'll see, yes, you can make it. Yes, you can. And she is a big proponent of that. She's also a big proponent of some days just ride and don't look at anything. Who cares who's on the leaderboard? Who cares where you are on the leaderboard? None of that matters. Do the ride, feel it. That's it. Just have fun with it. Just sort of go along with it and enjoy the music. Okay? Enjoy the stories coming from the instructors, because the ones that I do, I love the stories. I love the story. I love when they talk about things that aren't like normal. Like the cadence and resistance and all that shit, they have to shout that out. They have to say that stuff. But you know what? I want to hear what happened when she was riding her velodrome. That's what I want to hear. I knew she was going to do something with the finals for some big event thing. I knew she was in New York doing that. I want to find out how she did. So she told us. That's cool. That's cool. And then, top it all off, my wife loves it. So we go to New York and we go to the studio and we meet them. What the fuck? Got to do it. When you're in Manhattan, right? Already? Why not? Why not? Anyway, guys. So I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy that I found that. And it come to find out that there is a whole sort of genre called Power Zone. So you do what I was saying, you have your bike and you do a certain resistance a certain way to achieve a certain output, and you have your goal and you move your resistance and you pedal faster or slower to meet that goal, to meet that resistance, to meet that output goal. Well, with Power Zone, they do that by zones. So if you were to take a Power Zone test, right, which is a Peloton course that you would get on the bike and you select it, you do it. And what that does is you listen to the instructor, and it's short, it's 20 minutes, I think. And they're like, now pedal as fast as you can and make sure that you can speak and make sure your resistance is here. And so you do that. And then they're like, okay, in this next section, I want you to go as hard as you can. You will not be able to speak, and I want your resistance here. Then you do that. And then what ends up happening is they have a number from 1 to 7, and it's on your board. It's on your screen. You can see 1 through 7. And based on your exam, your test, when you go and do a ride that's a power zone ride, she's going to, or he's going to tell you, we're in zone 2 for 2 minutes. It's going to automatically go there as you're pedaling. So you pedal hard enough so that your zone is in zone 2. Because your zones are different than everyone else's zones. Because you may be stronger at it, you may be weaker at it, it doesn't matter. You have your own zones. But you get those zones when they calibrate you in the test. And so you take that test in the beginning, and then you start doing endurance rides, and then in 3-4 months, you take the test again, and you find out all your zones went up. You find out instead of being for zone 1, you were at 100, and now at zone 1, you're at 140. And so you know what you did was you made your heart stronger, you made your muscles stronger. Phenomenal. Like direct numbers, boom, right there. It's like when you weightlift. I can do 10 curls at 10 pounds. And then in a month, I can do 10 curls at 15 pounds. You see an improvement. When you can see an improvement like that, no, my God. It makes all the difference in the world. Not everything you do in life is like that. So when you can find something like that, that's pretty fucking cool, man. Anyway, I'm babbling at this point. I hope you guys enjoys this because I just like shooting the shit sometimes, you know? So please subscribe, guys, because there's more of this bullshit. There's more. Please subscribe, and we will see you soon. I guarantee it, we're going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3. I guarantee it. See you soon.